Hello, this is going to be really different than most of the videos that I normally do around business tips for wedding photographers. I am actually filming in December, so hence why the Christmas tree is up. I filmed yesterday, but I have a couple of videos that I need to finish up for today. So I figured I would just do a little get ready with me and share some of my favorite products. So I will start with the good base. I have historically really dry skin, so I swear by the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I actually have the jumbo because my brother gifted it to me for Christmas last year. I never miss moisturizing because my skin needs it. I also started using retinol this year, and as much as my skin loves retinol, I really need to double down on moisturizers while I use it because I tend to get sunburn. That's something else I need to be a little bit more careful of. I actually got the Supergoop sunscreen, which I really like, and I've really just been using my foundation, which has had decline. My brother just tried to pretend me. Okay, so back at this, subconsciously put some lipstick on. So base is yet again Summer Fridays. These are their lip butter bombs, I think is what it's called. I have 3 different colors. I have the clear vanilla. This one's the vanilla beige, which is one of my favorites. And then they have a deeper maroon-y mauve-y one. My cousin got married about 2 years ago in Utah. Very dry there during the winter. These guys saved my life. I love using these, and they kind of look like your lips but better. They're like ever so slightly pigmented, not super pigmented. They have some new colors out too, so I swear by these. They last you forever as well, so huge fan. And then on top of that, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their satin lipstick. This one is a shade darker than I thought it was gonna be. So this one is their rose brown. Still super pretty. These guys are super pigmented, so small swipe goes a long way. I've also had their soft brown is really pretty. So that's what I'm wearing on my lips. Back to the normal routine of things. Then I kind of go in with the primer. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Ease Droplet All Over Glow Enhancer. So this one I kind of just, no, you're not supposed to do this, but I just put this directly on my face just like this. Just especially in areas that need a little extra hydration and being smoothed over. As you can see, I have used this guy a lot, so it is starting to run out, but I like this just because it feels kind of moisturizing and it's glowy on your skin, and it's just a really good base, I feel like, for anything that you put over it. So I'm just gonna dab that in. And sometimes if I'm not really feeling like wearing a full face of makeup, which is very often, I will kind of just put this on just to give myself an all around natural glow. It kind of helps blur things out just a tad bit, nothing too crazy. There we go. And then what I have been doing lately is I will go in first with my concealer. I have been loving this. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer Camo. Yeah, just that's the French version. I'm in the shade 22 Wheat. I keep trying to read the French word underneath. Like, oh, it's not. It's in French. So I've been loving this lately. I used to use their foundation and I really loved it. The only thing was, for me personally, it would slide off of my skin really easily. So I still recommend their foundation highly. It's really great, especially for something in the drugstore. But use like a gripping primer if you have skin that your makeup tends to slide off, or set it, because I don't think I was setting it at the time. The things you learn as you like do makeup more. So I'm just gonna put a couple dots of this where I feel like I need this just to brighten, blend. I, as you can see, have some little acne spots that need some help. That's what concealer is for. I'm just gonna dab this on in multiple spots. I like to let this set for a little bit before I go to actually blend it out. I'm gonna look like a crazy person, but it's all worth it for the process. And then, gosh, adjusting mirror. I have kind of like recently been playing around with not like contouring, but just like a little bit of shape and dimension to my face. So I got the, excuse the name, Tarte Man Eater. This is the shade, oh, it just says stick. Cute. Oh, Silk Stick. It's like, this is the shade After Dark. And so I just put a couple of dots. Sometimes I do a line if I'm like being a little bit more dramatic. I know that the thing right now is like going a little bit higher than we used to. We used to kind of be like down here. People are saying, oh, go a little bit higher. Give your what's it, face some more lift. Kind of just, I don't really generally do my chin. I feel like I have a pretty good strong jawline, but we'll let that sit for a hot second. And then I know this is probably not the way you're supposed to do things, but it's fine. Again, I kind of just put a couple of dots of my foundation. Oh, I'm not used to filming these, but this has been really fun. I use the Lancome Tint Idol. It has sunscreen. It's only like SPF 25, but I love this. I am in the shade 345N. I have been loving this. I used to This is going to be so funny with me talking just like this. I used to dance a lot competitively growing up, and every time I would do my makeup, or my mom would do my makeup from a young age, we would use the Lancome foundation. It was the older one, and it was the most beautiful foundation on me. They like recently reformulated this, so now it has like skincare ingredients in it as well. I think there's like hyaluronic acid, I want to say, possibly niacinamide, and my face loves both of those things. And there's a little bit of sunscreen in here, so I love this one. I have the matte version, and I will definitely be repurchasing this, but I think I'm going to go with the hydrating formula the second time around, just because, especially in the winter time, my face tends to get kind of dry. I don't think it's the most full coverage foundation there is, but you can build it up really well and really easily. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's not super detectable or anything like that. It kind of really just looks like your skin, but better, which I really appreciate. But if you want to go fuller, you definitely can. But I'm a huge fan. Also, I just kind of put dots like that on my face. Now it's the fun time. I'm gonna blend everything out. I'm gonna do the bronzer last so that I don't get bronzer all over my face, which I have done in the past. Usually I kind of just blend everything out. I use my fingers for underneath my eyes and on top of my eyes. Okay, back again, because my brother called again. So context, it's my mom's birthday today, so we're trying to give her a call and say happy birthday to her, which is why there's so many calls in between, but I'm just blending this out. I am looking at this in the mirror below me, and I feel like this guy's not blending out as much as I'd really wanted to, but I think it's because I let it set on my face for a little too long while talking to you guys. That's okay. That's looking better. Sometimes I'll put just a tiny bit extra in the places that I need it or feel like I need it. I know that you're not supposed to put stuff directly on your skin, but I think it just feels really nice when I do. So I tend to do that. I just like kind of like tap / like blend things out. Oh, this is e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, if anyone is curious. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty good. I'm gonna go in next with a setting powder. So I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush one for a while. I'll show you guys the inside. It is well loved. I love that it has a little mirror because I travel a lot, and so that's always super helpful for just doing makeup on the go. I have the shade, Tan Deep. This is the Tan Deep. I couldn't find the translucent one when I was in New York, but it fits my skin tone pretty well. Like, I don't think it really adds any sort of color when I'm like setting with it, because it's pretty close. I would say it's like a little bit yellower than my skin tone. I don't have a yellow undertone, but this is really, really great. I recently got let me grab it real quick, the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is their mini version. I've never used it before. I wanted to try it out before buying the full size because it's a little pricey, but I like to think of makeup as an investment. And somebody once said something to me that she was like, you know what, like, I will spend money on makeup because that stuff, almost cursed, that stuff is touching my face every single day. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So you want to make sure it's high quality and good stuff. So I will say, like, makeup is probably one of those areas that I spend / invest a bit more in than anything else. We're just gonna go in with this. I have the little IT Cosmetics brush. Lightly go in and dust and set in places that specifically have concealer. I do tend to kind of set my overall face just because, again, like I mentioned before, my makeup does tend to slide off of my face pretty easily, especially if I'm not using something like a groping primer, which I generally don't. And we're being interrupted again. There we have it. I did get to say happy birthday to my mom. But this is the final finished face. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Drop in the comments below if you have any questions about makeup stuff that I use. I didn't share like all my skincare stuff, so maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But let me know if you want to like see anything else, like holiday decorations, like an apartment tour, or anything like that. We're moving in a couple of weeks, so I will actually probably have a new apartment to show you guys soon. So be sure to follow on Instagram if you aren't already. I'm at Manali Sontakay, and I will catch you guys in the next one. This one was super fun for me to follow.